Hey there, I'm Further Reading, and we're talking about lava again. You might be a bit confused because you may have seen a lava video from me recently, and that video is mysteriously gone missing, and that's because I got a really interesting comment here from Encios, who explained an exploit to allow you to cut through a magma wall completely safe with no risk at all to your miners. So I figured that was such a good way to do it that it invalidated my old video, so that's gone now. Instead, we're going to talk about this method, which is using a pathing exploit to cut through a lava wall without any risk at all to your miners. So here's kind of a side-on view to try to help better visualize what's going on with this exploit. We've got 3 levels here. The workshop level is where we're going to have all of our magma smelters and forges and all that good stuff. The reservoir is where we're going to have the lava stored, powering all the workshops up here. And then we've got this basement, and this basement area is how we're going to safely crack into this magma tube over here. This basement is connected via a ramp to the reservoir, and the reservoir has no other access, which means if someone wants to access the reservoir, they have to go via the basement and they have to go on top of this ramp. So let's say we give an order to mine out this wall here. How Dwarf Fortress handles the assignment of tasks, it's going to check to see if they can patch to a tile where they can complete the task. It's going to tell them to patch that tile, and then they're going to go. Ramps are kind of strange in that if you have a ramp that is open to a layer above it, a dwarf is allowed to stand here on the ramp, and from the ramp he can reach up here and can mine this out. If there was a blockage, so let's say if we had a floor, or if we had like a bridge or something blocking access, so this ramp can't actually access this area because there's something blocking it, this won't be a valid place to do the job. However, there's a bit of a gray area, which is what happens when they can path to a tile where they're allowed to do the job, but before they start the job, it gets blocked. In this case, because the path to the location to do the job is still valid, they will complete the job. So basically what we're doing is we are creating a situation where a dwarf has been told to mine out this square, and at the time they're told to mine this out, they can path to this location. Then before they get here, we block access to the floor above. And because this does not block access to the tile they want to stand on to do the job, they will complete the job. So here's what it looks like in game. Up here at the highest level, this is going to be our workshop area. This is where we're going to build all our workshops. Down here is going to be our reservoir, where the magma is going to be used to power our workshops. Then finally below we have the basement, which is just a path to some ramps next to the area that we are going to mine out. Note that while this is only a single tile wide, in practice you want to make it a little bit wider. I just did this for a quick demonstration, but if you do just a single tile, it'll take too long to fill up the reservoir. So let's head back up to the reservoir level to explain what's happening. You'll see we have 2 bridges here. This top bridge is going to be used to keep anything from crawling up through the holes we make for our magma forges. I'll explain why that's needed a little bit later. This bridge is set to raise this way, so it blocks access, while this lower bridge is what we're using to do the exploit. This one is set to retract, so it stops existing when you pull the lever. Note that you want to make the bridges and the mechanisms all out of magma safe materials, but keep in mind that right now you can't specify which mechanisms are used when linking a lever, so it can be a bit tricky to make sure that the mechanisms are magma safe. For the path in the basement to the ramps, I've built this kind of snaky because I want to increase the time it takes for my miners to get to this, because the timing is quite important. Once you have everything mined out and the bridges connected to levers, you're ready to breach the magma tube. So first of all, we are going to head to our lever room and we are going to pull a lever, and this lever is going to open up the retractable bridge. There we go, we can see it's open now. Next step is we are going to make a mining job to mine out this piece of wall. And we're going to unpause and we're going to wait till it starts flashing. So now it's flashing, it means someone has been given the job to mine this out. So now we have to make sure that we close this bridge before they get here. So we're going to head up here and we are going to grab our lever here again. We're going to pull it, make it a high priority. And we're just going to head down and just kind of keep an eye to see. Okay, so we'll see here now that the bridge is up now and this is shut, but this is still flashing. And we're not getting any job cancellations. We'll see here comes our miner. And the miner is mining away fine. And you'll see now they actually mined through and the lava's coming in. Perfectly safe, no risk at all to the miner. But what about the second bridge? What's its purpose? Well, to explain that, we have to go back to Dwarf Fortress Classic. One of the main differences in version 50 of Dwarf Fortress is now workshops have no impassable tiles. Here on screen is a picture from Classic, and this dark X you'll see here in the middle is impassable. So previously what you would do is you would have the entrance to your magma reservoir below that X, and then nothing could climb out and attack you. This is not the case anymore in version 50, so you have to take some extra precautions to make sure that you are magma safe. Hopefully this is going to be fixed soon, although I'm not sure if this has been declared an official bug or feature yet. So here in the current version, we're going to use this bridge to shut access to this area once it's filled with lava, and that way critters won't be able to come in and crawl through your forges. All that's left now is to channel out a hole. Then you can place down whichever workshop you want. So in this case, let's put down a smelter. And you just want to make sure that the center of it is not over the hole. If the center is over the hole, then your dwarf won't be able to stand there and do it. So just maybe go like one down like so. And there we go. So now they're going to build this. And it is going to be powered by magma. And because we have this bridge, because this is going to be closed eventually, I haven't pulled the lever yet because I'm a bit lazy. But once I pull the lever, this will be closed, which means we won't have to worry about any creatures crawling up through this hole in our magma smelter. And that's it. This is the perfectly safe way to fill up your magma forge without risking any danger to your miners. Hope you found this guide useful. And if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitch, where I stream Dwarf Fortress pretty regularly, and you can check out any of the videos on screen right now. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.